So hold to me close. Now baby, I do what I'm told. Still learning to take my chances, to take my time, to keep on dancing, to walk that line, yeah. You got me shifting the paradigm. No longer wishing, wishing. You're my lucky strike. Love the way you ride. Look into my eyes, say you're ready to go. $1,000,000 life, yeah. We could roll the dice. Act like you're surprised, but you already know. Oh yeah, got lucky overnight. Jackpot when I got the invite. Let me wrap my arms around you, 'cause I can't go home without you. And my heart just vibe with you, babe. Wanna go sky high with you, babe. Gotta bring you close to tell you that you're my lucky strike. And I got to tell you, if you didn't know, then I got to tell you that you're my lucky strike. And I got to tell you, if you didn't know, then I got to tell you that you're my lucky strike. Cooler than cold, I'm all in. So load up the dice, so heavy. The way that you roll, I'm falling. So I never fall, I'm ready to take my chances, to take my time, to keep on dancing, to walk that line, yeah. You got me shifting the paradigm. No longer wishing, wishing. You're my lucky strike, yeah. Love the way you ride. Look into my eyes, say you're ready to go. $1,000,000 life, yeah. We could roll the dice, yeah. Act like you surprised, but you already know. You're my lucky strike, and I got to tell you, if you didn't know, then I got to tell you that you're my lucky strike. And I got to tell you, if you didn't know, then I got to tell you that you're my lucky strike.
I know that you think it's so important to convince everyone else that you're not boring, but it's making me feel like my skin is crawling. I keep pouring out my empathy to someone I don't even see eye to eye with. I don't mind if you don't have it all together. Yeah, I get it, we're all human, but I give you an inch and you take miles. It's tragic, ruining my sanity with tales of animosity. I'd rather I cry than let you drive me crazy, lose my mind, and I swear I might die if I cared more. But you're not worth the time. You never put me up front, 'cause it's your spotlight. I'm in the backseat of my own car. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy one more night. Climbing up somebody else's ladder just to make yourself feel just a little bigger. I don't know if I've seen anything that's sadder. It's so hard to comprehend how you don't even understand. Stepping on me without even trying. Never seen somebody get so good at lying. It's impressive you don't spend all your time crying over all the ways you let me down. So many I could drown, but I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy, lose my mind, and I swear I might die if I cared more. But you're not worth the time. You never put me up front, 'cause it's your spotlight. I'm in the backseat of my own car. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy one more night. Typical emotional, sensitive and cynical. Took my sanity and sent it up the wall. Typical emotional, it's so unoriginal. I gave you the best and you just took it all. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy, lose my mind, and I swear I might die if I cared more. But you're not worth the time. You never put me up front, 'cause it's your spotlight. I'm in the backseat of my own car. I'd rather cry than
Me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, todo un sueño el debo ya lo sabe. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti.
I hope it's working. Should be working. I hope. I have a lot of music in the ears. Okay. Lowering it. Hello, everybody. Funny thing happened. I was supposed to stream last night. For me, it was like, I was supposed to stream, it was 3 a.m. for me. And I fell asleep, and so I'm only streaming now. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? So today I just want to ramble a little bit. I just want to, I don't know, answer some questions. I'm dressed because were I to stream last night, I would have been in my pajamas, because I enjoy pajamas. Hey, there's people. There's people speaking, I'm sorry, Japanese, I believe. I'm gonna try to use Google Translate. Translate. It's 9 in Japan. Yes, I know. Maybe people is gonna tune in. What to do? Is the music okay? Let me know if it's good or not, or compared to my voice, because I don't have a direct feedback, so I don't know. But yes, I'm actually sitting on my nightgown, don't know how you call that. Yes. So it's gonna be something quite chill, not really like a reaction. Believe it or not, I am actually quite calm. And she died? Well, not yet. But Sean, I believe it's you who spoiled or not. I don't recall. Because if it's a spoil, then you're gonna end up banned, or I don't know. So plead. Attack on Titan is a big thing in Japan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a big thing in the world, isn't it? Did I watch Attack on Titan new episode? Part 3? No, I didn't. Not yet. But I will, and I'm going to alternate between Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. I'm going to be doing I'm probably going to do, and I don't know if Sean is like trolling or not, so Sean's gonna get banned. So I'm not paying any credit to what he's saying, so I don't know. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm doing something. Hello, Golden Viper. So, where are you from, everybody? I'm quite curious to know where everybody is coming from. So let me know, please. I'm gonna close some windows. Okay. So I got a couple of questions that I'm going to answer in a couple of minutes. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna wait for people to tune in, I don't know. American's Japanese, nice to see you. I don't know, should I turn the music a little bit up? I don't know, you tell me. Just to have a little ambience. So I'm gonna be answering questions that I got, and maybe I'm gonna go through some comments. I don't know. If that's something you'd be interested in, or just let me know. And let me know what you're doing right now, because I'm just sitting here drinking water. What about you? What are you doing while watching this? I got music in my ears, so that's why. And maybe we're gonna start the questions. Should I start the questions now? I'm gonna start the questions now. So actually, these are questions that are not directly from my channel, but they are coming from another channel called Reactor Onyaku, which is a Japanese channel, which is translating my reactions in Japanese. I've allowed them to do that, and actually they got questions that they sent to me that they would like me to address. So that's what I'm going to do. Just let me take them out. Because basically these are the same questions that I have on my channel, mainly Attack on Titan reactions, obviously. How am I gonna do that? I'm just gonna read them. Or you're gonna see them. Maybe I can do something like I'm gonna grab my screen. So that is my screen. How am I gonna do that? I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to tell a way to do that. I'm not a streamer, and I'm trying, you know, to just display my screen. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah. Okay, that. Sky Weird, salut, comment ça va? So I'm just trying to set up the thing so I can show you the questions. And that's a nightmare right now. Because I got a window which for some reason just won't show up. That's bothering me at the moment. Where is it going? It's going somewhere. I pressed something and now it's gone. Ah, and now it's back. Okay. Oh, that's funny how it works. Now I have to change it, and I'm trying to crop it. But I don't remember how you're supposed to do that. Maybe you're not supposed to do that on OBS. Ah, yeah, okay. Got it. No. You know what? I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna give up on that thing because it's impossible. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna read the questions and you're gonna get it that way. So the first question, so I'm gonna answer the questions that are here in the chat. Please tell me anime you watched for the first time. The anime I watched for the first time. I don't know if that counts as anime. I suppose it does not. Now I think it categorizes as Japanese movies, but Ghibli movies, I believe. My first one, I think, was Ponyo. Maybe I have a faint memory. But anime, like strictly sensu, and anime, I think it was Attack on Titan, because I hadn't watched. Oh no, I'm lying. Obviously I'm lying. It was maybe Blue Exorcist or Death Note. I have a faint memory of something called Hidan no Aria. I have a faint memory of that as well. I think it was one of these three: Hidden no Aria, Death Note, or Blue Exorcist. Am I going to watch all the animation? So a little breaking news. I actually have already recorded my reaction to My Neighbor Totoro. I recorded it maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and maybe a month ago now. But I've not edited it yet, because in fact editing movies takes a lot longer than editing episodes. So yes, I would like to react to more animation movies, to more Japanese movies. Animation, you get it. But I'm lacking the time. Actually, right now, reacting to short stuff, 20-minute stuff, like Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, editing it, posting it, is a better time-consuming ratio for me than filming one movie, reaction, editing it. Because in the time that I record and edit a movie, I can do 3 anime 20-minute long episodes reactions. So Naruto is long. I've never actually watched Naruto. I saw some episodes on TV when I was younger, but it's just too long, you know, to be doing that. I think on YouTube, or maybe in the future, you know, I don't know, but not at the moment. A Japanese question, so we're gonna use the translator. Blackjack. Do you mean the game Blackjack, or is that an anime called Blackjack? Okay, that's an anime, a manga called Blackjack. Okay. I think I've already seen that guy's face, but I have no idea what this is about. And if I'm ever going to do Blackjack, I'm not going to check what the story is about. Surprise. So right now I'm gonna pause the chat questions. I'm gonna answer to the questions that are coming from the Reactor Onyaku channel, the Japanese channel that I told you about. Actually, let me do something. I'm gonna post the link in the chat. So I'm gonna post a link in the chat to the channel so that you know where it is and what I'm talking about. Wait, what? Can't even write my own chat. What is this? Yeah, right here. So this is the Japanese channel that he's translating, that he's doing a translation of my reactions and posting in so the Japanese audience can have them subtitled. And they are allowed to do that. I've given them my... I've agreed so they can do that, so it's okay. Not all channels are okay. By the way, if you see any other channel that is taking my videos and posting them as their own, or please tell me, because that's not allowed. So, because I found there's a lot of channels that are doing that. I had a conversation with other YouTubers, reacting YouTubers, about that, and it's a real plague when people do that and they are not allowed to do that. So, but this channel is allowed to do it. So, yes. So, first question. If you could have a conversation with any of the characters of Attack on Titan, what would it be, and what kind of conversation would you like to have? Good question. Oh, so that's how you came, Barrican. Nice. Awesome. So what kind of am I allowed to say that I would like to have a conversation with Erwin and just giving the answer to the basement? Like, just tell him what he always wanted to know, because that's my big frustration, I think, from the show, is that he never got to know. So, yeah. I would definitely want to have a conversation with Erwin, tell him everything, and I so would want to know what he would do and who he would side with. Would he side with Eren's plan? Would he side with Zig's plan? Would he side with Mikasa and Armin? Who would he side with? And yeah, that's who I would love to have a conversation with at this moment. Obviously, I would love to have a conversation with Andy, with Rivai, with Eren even, in some degree. But yeah, right now I would definitely want to sit with Erwin. Not Japanese comment. Thank God Google Translate. But I've already seen Death Note. That's the problem. I've already seen Death Note. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but Bees. I'm gonna call you that, Bees. He's asking me to watch Death Note, but I've already seen Death Note, all of Death Note. I've even seen one of the Japanese movies, and unfortunately I've seen the Netflix version as well. I love Death Note. Death Note is a masterpiece. Second question from the Reactor Onyaku channel. Did watching Japanese animation have any impact on your work as a filmmaker? What impact does it have? The answer to that is yes and no. Why? Because at the moment I'm not creating anything. In fact, a couple of weeks ago I finished writing a pilot for a sci-fi show that a project that I was working on with two other fellows of mine. And watching anime, let's say it showed me another way to do things, but for what I wanted to do, I could not do the same. So it's not so much that it influenced my work, it's more that it gave me a reference, because how animes are designed is very particular. First of all, there's a real difference between how you do stuff in live action and how you do them in animation. In animation, you can allow yourself to be a bit fake, if I could say so, in how the characters are gonna speak and act. Because in animation, a lot of things work differently than when it's embodied by an actual person on screen. The relationship that you have as a viewer to another human is different than the one that you have to an animated character. That's just what happens. And so you don't treat things the same, which is mainly why when you take an animation and you do a live action adaptation, doesn't really work, and vice versa. Death Note is a perfect example of that. Death Note as an anime works magnificently because the situation, the characters, the thoughts they have, the actions they have, it works, and in live action it just doesn't really work for several reasons. And so you have to do a work of adaptation, but then it's not the same. So watching Attack on Titan just shows me how you can do things were I on another media. And it also shows me what I can't do as a live action series, you know. So that's what I take from it. And the same goes with right now Demon Slayer. I've talked about it in my reactions, but Demon Slayer has a way to over-explain things that is obvious, but it's working in the anime form, but it wouldn't work in a live action work. So that's what I take from in my work, in the impact that it has on my work, if you will. Third question: if you were the author of Attack on Titan, what aspects of Attack on Titan story would you improve? Definitely. I would love to try to change the over-explanation thing and the reveals. Take, for example, Season 2, Episode 6, the reveal of Bertolt and Rainer. No, I'm coming back on that. That was nicely done. And yes, there were hints, you know, so you could guess that they were the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan. Namely for Rainer, the hair. And for Bertolt, if you will, maybe the height, the slim physicality, maybe. Annie wasn't, to me, the female Titan wasn't so much of a good reveal because yes, the female Titan was blonde, but the haircut was clearly Mikasa's. So it was because Annie always has her hair tied. So maybe at a moment I would have had her with untied hair. Namely, there's Armin's plan to catch Annie. You know, I hate it when Attack on Titan has something happening, like Armin's plan at the end of season 1 to catch Annie, and then they're like, flashback. This is always known all along. He's always prepared all along. I don't like when they do that. And they've done the same in season 2, season 3, season 4, and I kind of grew tired of it. Maybe the first time it's fine to do it, but they've been doing it a lot, you know, where characters do something and then flashback. They've known all along, they've been preparing this all along, and you're just like, well, there was no way for me to guess that. Because sometimes when you can guess something and you don't see it, but then it happens, and then you're like, okay. It's good. It's a good twist, it's a good plot, because it's been there all along, you just couldn't see it. But when they do that in Attack on Titan, it's slightly, mildly even, annoying. because you just couldn't guess it. You just couldn't guess it, and they're dropping it on you. It's like watching what's great mystery movie. If you've seen Fight Club, I reacted to Fight Club on my channel. It's like watching Fight Club and never having any hint to the fact that Brad Pitt isn't real. You know? Because there's hints all along in the movie that Brad Pitt isn't real. But just imagine that all of the other characters had been interacting with Brad Pitt's character then, and at the end they're like it wasn't real. Then you're like, yes, but the movie didn't really treat it like that. And so Attack on Titan has a tendency to do that sometimes, which I find it a little bit of a cheat, because then it allows them to just, it's not just lying to the audience, but it's a bit cheap in the writing. Yeah. We've got another comment from Bees. You'd like to see my work. Unfortunately, my work is not available on the internet for people to see, because these are mainly short films that are doing festivals and so on. So we need to keep the exclusivity for the festivals and so on. And yeah, but I reckon in a couple of years it will be made available on YouTube or something. I don't exactly know. But yes, I've done rom-com. I've done something quite philosophical, thrillery. I've done something, let's say, fantasy, sci-fi. But I'm kind of tired of doing short films right now. I've been tired of doing short films a couple of years ago, and so I started writing a project, a sci-fi TV series project with two other friends of mine. We've been working on it for the past 3 years, something like that. We finally finished writing what we call the Bible, which is basically, you know, the characters, what the story's going to be like, what the series is going to be like. And the pilot episode, which is the first episode, to show what it is going to be about. And right now we're in the process of trying to find a producer for it. So if you know anybody, please send them my way. Hello, Dubino. Dubino? Is that your name? Dubino. A lot of languages you don't know. Actually, this is just Japanese. This is just Japanese, but I'm using Google Translate. I don't speak Japanese. Nice to see. Where are you from, Dubino? Fourth question from the Reactor Onyaku channel. Why did you decide to watch Attack on Titan? It was popular. It was popular, and both I was curious to see something that a lot of people seem to enjoy. Then I wanted to, you know, this channel is here for me to discover things. And what better way to discover things than to do foreign content? And then third, as a filmmaker, I believe it is my duty to know what's been done. You know, I believe it's there's something annoying on YouTube. I'm not gonna name anybody, but I see sometimes reactors that are labeling themselves. The titles is the video titles is literally labeled "Filmmaker Reacts To," and that's their whole channel identity. Filmmaker Reacts To. and they've been doing that for, I don't know, some time now, and I see the quantity of movies that they post, the quantity of iconic movies that they are reacting to for the first time, and I am like, I'm puzzled, because obviously I'm one to think that you don't need to watch movies, you know, to be a filmmaker. You know, being a filmmaker is just about picking up a camera and filming, you know. You don't even need a diploma, you don't even need, you know, it's just that. But if your intention is to be a good filmmaker, I mean, when you label your channel Filmmaker Reacts To, it means that you're somewhat, there's the idea behind that in your audience's mind, that you're somewhat knowledgeable in the field, yet you've never seen some important iconic works. How can it be that you would be a knowledgeable expert if you've never seen these many of iconic movies? You see what I mean? What was the question? I believe I lost the question. Why did I watch Attack on Titan? Yes, because I believe it's a responsibility of someone who would call themselves a filmmaker to see what is being done out there, both TV and movie side and other works. But so yes, I hadn't seen Attack on Titan, so I felt like I somewhat had to. So that's why I decided to watch Attack on Titan. But yes, sometimes on YouTube it's annoying me to see a filmmaker reacts to this particular movie, and I'm like, you've never seen this movie? How old are you? And you want to be a filmmaker, or you are a filmmaker, you've done short films and so on, and you're labeling your channel Filmmaker Reacts To, but you've never seen this movie? And you know, it could be sometimes just that you haven't seen this movie or that TV series, that iconic thing, because life happens and you can't see everything. But there's still like a list of things that if you at least haven't seen half of it, I think you shouldn't be able to call yourself an expert of the field. And so the fact that they haven't seen this movie and that movie and that movie, I'm like, okay, but when their whole channel is made of tens of iconic movies, I'm like, no. But anyways, not gonna need any names, but maybe you can follow my, I don't know, maybe you see. Fifth question, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. What are your impressions and thoughts on Japanese animation? So I don't know if the question is about Japanese animation, you know, big Japanese animation, or no, I mean just the graphics or how it is made and everything. But mainly I find it fantastic. Japanese animation is unlike any other animation. France animation is, and I think it just has to do with the style and so on. French animation is a lot based on comedy. American, let's say like that, American animation is a lot based on action, but not action like fighting, but it has to be paced quite fast, you know. There's got to happen things really fast and a lot of things. While Japanese animation is really more slow-paced, poetry, more centric on feelings, but it has to do also a lot, not just because of the style, but because of the type of stories that you want to tell. And yes, they are overall a little more delicate, if I could say so. As for the animation technique, when you're watching movies like Your Name, it's quite different than watching one from I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, maybe. The animation style is different. Your Name is a lot more closer from Western animation. But I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is more of a traditional style, if I could say so. Obviously, when you watch Ghibli movie animations, the one My Neighbor Totoro is nothing like earlier movies, later movies, more recent ones. So I can't say that it's definitely like this, but overall it's a really great panel. It's a really great panel. I love it. Sometimes there's movies, if you see my movie reaction, sometimes you may feel that I'm disconnected, sometimes slightly. But that's due to how it's paced, the story. Sometimes I think that in Japanese movies there's a little, you know, your attention span is a little because it's slowly paced, and at the moment it's just a little too slowly paced, you know. But maybe that's due to my Western upbringing, you know. Hey everybody, Reactor Onyaku channel is in the chat. Thank you so much for answering so many of my questions. Well, that's my pleasure. That's my pleasure, really. Thank you very much for what you do. Sixth question: what is your favorite animation you have watched? Not limited to Japanese animation. Wow. My favorite animation. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna consult Google, maybe just to give me names of animation movies, because I may forget that some exist. There's obviously Disney movies, you know. Maybe my heart's gonna go to a Disney, but maybe because it's my childhood, I don't know. Pinocchio was a big thing. Nemo not so much. Toy Story was a big thing. Shrek, for me, was really good. Ratatouille. Wall-E. The Incredibles were fantastic, but the best, wow. I really like The Nightmare Before Christmas. That counts as animation. I love a Tim Burton animation. It's Bride. What's it called? Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I really love that movie. But I don't know. Let me know what's your favorite animation overall. Could be a movie, could be a series, could be. Let me know. I'm curious to know. I'm not sure I have an answer for that one, because I'm sure I'm forgetting things right now. I'll have to think about it on a longer run. Never seen Frozen. I've never seen Frozen. Your Name is in the list I have under my eyes. But yes, I don't know. Let me know what's your What's your favorite animation? Because I don't know. Next question. I always enjoy watching your videos, and I am always amazed by Killian's ability to consider them. So my question is, thank you very much. So my question is, do you have any tips for considering stories? Yes, it's just forget what you think is good and wrong. Forget what you think is good and wrong, and then you'll be able to consider stories. That is something when you're, as a filmmaker, you're required to do. You need to forget. It doesn't mean you need to forget what your own principles are and so on, but you need to forget what good and bad is. Because, you know, you may knowing that something maybe is bad doesn't prevent you from being your choice or your principle or in life. So it should be the same when you're creating, especially when you're a creator. You to make a good movie or game even or series, you need to consider the fact that you're not going to do a hero that is good, and you need to forget the fact that you're going to do a villain that is evil, or that is bad, or that is stupid, or that is just doing things to hurt people. This is basically why Attack on Titan is so good. The creators need to forget who is good and who is bad. They need to forget the fact that that's how you consider stories. That's how you consider every possibility. That's how you consider. Maybe that wasn't the question. I'm just maybe understand the question right now. Maybe the question was asking. Yeah, because consider can be understood differently. Maybe the question was, how do I choose what I want to watch? I'm going to answer to both meanings then. Yes, you need to forget what good and what bad is. That's how you create a good story, and that's how, in my opinion, you can fully read a story. Because if you watch Attack on Titan with in mind that Eren, Mikasa and Armin are right and that Rainer, Bertolt and Annie are wrong, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. I've been criticized a lot, by the way, in the comment sections, namely of season 3, and even too about the fact that I seemed to be favorable to Rainer, Bertolt and so on, to be biased towards Marleyans. But I've not. I think it's just an impression that you have because you're not used to someone maybe considering them. Sorry. So you just feel like it, like I'm biased towards them, but I'm not. Because mainly I think I also felt a need to defend them a little bit because, you know, Armin, Mikasa and Eren are obviously already being defended as by their status as main characters, you know, by the fact that we started the story with them. So I needed, you know, to counterbalance the inherent love that was already hurling towards them, I could say so. But yes, And if the question was about how do I choose the things that I'm going to be watching, well, I just see what people are talking about. I just like any other YouTuber, I suppose. I just keep myself informed to what's buzzing. Because the idea when you're a YouTuber is not you want to make the most views. We're not gonna lie. The idea is to have the most views. But still, it's not to do something that you're not going to be interested in yourself. So you change. You look in that range, you know. You know, I could have, instead of doing Japanese, instead of doing Attack on Titan, I just could have reacted to Star Wars or, you know. I mean, the main movies, because I try to react to Star Wars because that's my favorite thing in the whole universe, but just didn't really pick up. But I could have done or just Marvel movies, or I don't know, you know. So Q2 is trying to be funny. Next question. And this is the last question. Who is your favorite character and favorite scene in Attack on Titan? My favorite character is definitely either Angie or Levi. Either Angie or Levi, yes. And my favorite scene in Attack on Titan, to me, Carla getting eaten by Dinah is a big thing. It was already, in my opinion, a big thing, you know, when you watch it the first time, but then when you have the revelation that Dinah is the one who ate her, it's just a bigger thing, you know. I don't think, in my opinion, that any other scene has as equal that sense in me. Mainly, I think because it was my first ever reaction to Attack on Titan, so I was, you know, under the shock, under the emotion, under the. Like, I don't think. Obviously, there's some scenes, Erwin's death. Oh, the Susume scene, the Erwin's Susume scene was amazing. But yeah, let me know what your favorite character and what's your favorite scene in Attack on Titan are. Curious. So that was the end of the Reactor Onyaku questions. The link is in the chat. Just go a bit up and you'll find it. If you want to check it out, go check it out, subscribe, you know, all that things, because they're doing an amazing job. And yeah, so I have a couple of comments on the channel, but some had questions in it. Unfortunately, I didn't write them down. And so that's it. So I am going to be catching up on Attack on Titan soon. I'm going to be switching up, you know, with Demon Slayer. Maybe I'm going to do one Demon Slayer 1 week, 2 Attack on Titan, and then the next week I'm going to flip. It's going to be 2 Demon Slayer, 1 Attack on Titan. Maybe I'm going to do something like that. I don't know. Or maybe is Attack on Titan 1 episode a week? If so, that's awesome. But yeah, I just need to get to it. I hope the music is really okay, because as I said, I don't have a feedback, so I hope it's not too loud. How long has it been? It's been an hour. It's been an hour already. Maybe we're gonna be here for another half hour or so. Initially, I wanted to do some Demon Slayer editing today, but I don't really feel like it. So I'm not going to. Still, there's a video that's gonna come up tomorrow. It's gonna be on Tuesday, I believe, for people in Japan, because I'm trying to post right now at a different time. Not gonna lie, I'm trying to get maybe more Western people to tuning on videos now, so I'm trying to post at a time that is more convenient to them for Demon Slayer. It seems to be working because YouTube is working oddly. YouTube algorithms are weird. So what are we doing now? So what are you doing, guys? Because right now I'm done finishing my questions. So yes, I changed the setup. It's probably gonna change a bit. I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks, couple of months. I don't know. I decided to move things around. I like to move things around because it's. Don't you like to do that? Sometimes I just get bored of watching the same direction and having the same environment, and I need changing just for entertainment purposes, I suppose, for myself. This is a question. What is a question? Yeah, because maybe it's gonna change because I'm currently browsing for a new PC. Because maybe you don't know, but right now, for the past 3-4 years, I have a gaming laptop. It's a laptop. It's an HP. It's really good. It's really doing what it's supposed to do. I have no problem editing and so on, but I feel like it's obviously it's a laptop. It's still limited, and I feel like I need now a real PC. I had a PC when I was living at my parents' when I was obviously younger, but when I moved out and I moved, for my studies, I couldn't take everything with me. So I bought a first laptop, which was a Lenovo, which was mainly designed to do video work and graphics related to my studies in filmmaking. And then when I ended my studies in filmmaking, the Lenovo laptop started to tire out, so I opted for a new laptop oriented for gaming. It's an HP, it's got a 9th generation i5 Intel core. The GPU is a NVIDIA GTX, I don't remember what. But yeah, it's still very, very good. Still very, very good, very good condition. But I feel like I need to up my game and to get a bit more cozy, because it's very a pain in the ass, because I move quite a lot, and so the laptop is here and it's moving, and for video editing, for multitasking and so on, I need a better thing. But right now I'm really stuck, because I know what components I want, but I'm really quite stuck on the case that I'd be interested in. I have a favorite one at the moment, but I'm browsing for others, maybe with a peculiar design. So if you have any, please send them my way. But yeah, that was a little stream. So yes, I was supposed to stream last night, but fell asleep. Maybe I'm gonna stream later tonight or at another time. And maybe when I have my PC back, I'm gonna be starting to do gaming streamings on Sanke Gaming again. Will depend, because my internet connection is really, really bad. Right now I'm using my phone's connection, which is better than my actual flat connection. So my actual Wi-Fi, so it's a bit of a shame. Wait, yes, so if we're done, we're done. You know, I don't know. You just tell me. Do you watch Weathering with You directed? Yeah. The trouble with Weathering with You, because it's a movie that's been asked for me. People have been asking. I don't know how to speak anymore. People have been asking for me to watch Weathering with You ever since I started this channel. So it's been 3 years now. And I want to. The trouble is I can't find it anywhere in Japanese subtitled in English, so that's the trouble. So that's the main reason. That's the only reason, in fact, why I haven't reacted to Weathering with You yet. There's also Grave of the Fireflies. The people have asked quite a lot. Can't find it anywhere at the moment. It was somewhere. I wanted to, but then I didn't get to it right away, and then it disappeared. So, and then there was My Neighbor Totoro. People had asked me a lot. As I said earlier in the stream, I have already recorded my reaction to My Neighbor Totoro, but I don't have the time to edit it right now. And people have suggested before that I take an editor to edit my videos, but I just don't have the money to do that. So, so that, you know. And as I said, in the time that I record and edit a movie reaction, I could have done 3 or 4 even, or 5 anime reactions, classic 20-minute long episodes like Demon Slayer. So it's an issue of what you want to react to and what time you have, what resources you have to do that. So Shoishiabe. Hey, I am Japanese living in Japan. Hello. How good is Attack on Titan in your opinion? Is it your top 10? It's definitely a top 3. It's definitely a top 3, even not even top 10, it's a top 3. Now at the moment I'm gonna place it at even at the moment in the little quantity of anime I have seen, it's number 1. It's gonna take a lot. One thing I didn't say about Attack on Titan, what I don't like is that they have Sin 4 Part 1, Sin 4 Part 2, Sin 4 Part 3. The other day I was browsing on Instagram and I came across a meme that was like a guy reacting to Attack on Titan Part 3, and then it was like a grandpa, the same guy but turned into a grandpa, was reacting to Attack on Titan Part 503 or something like that. Yes, just because it's been the final season for 3 years now. Just call it season 5, season 6, just, you know. But yes, Attack on Titan is definitely in my top 3 for sure. And maybe the best. Maybe the best. Another Japanese message. Nice to meet you. Good evening. I'm happy to see you too. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much. But yeah, so right now we're gonna be doing Demon Slayer, maybe 1 episode of Demon Slayer, 2 episodes of Attack on Titan, but then I need to check just if Attack on Titan is being posted 1 episode a week. Could be fine. What's that music? I didn't check the music. I haven't checked the music for a moment. It's a bit aggressive, isn't it?
Searching for music for your next video?
Yes, I'm searching for music for my next video. Thank you, YouTube. Should we go for something lo-fi maybe? Yeah. We're on a more classic music. Yeah, no, maybe we're gonna go back on the other one. So yes, I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go eat. I really woke up not too long ago. It's a shame. And so I guess for my Japanese friends, it's gonna be time to go to sleep. for my other friends, Australian friends as well. And maybe I'll stream later or another day. I'm gonna pop off. Thank you very much. Obviously, you can join my social media or the Discord server. Even the links they're not in the description of this video, but they're in the description of any other videos. So feel free to go and to join. And so if you want to chat on a more regular basis, we can chat on a more regular basis. Just join the Discord server. I answer there. You have even some exclusivities. Yeah. In my opinion, the Attack on Titan is by far the best. After that, I'd have to say Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen, that's another anime that I'm considering reacting to in the future. Things are going to be awesome starting next season. Well, I reckon things are going to be awesome next season. And I do hope that this is the last. Because I love the fact that we have more Attack on Titan, but I don't like the fact that I'm not getting what I am being sold. You know, I'm being sold the final season, so don't sell me 3 other seasons. That would be very nice. I hate it when they do that. They're doing that with Stranger Things. I don't like it. In my opinion, either you know how much story you've got left, either you don't. Obviously, there's also a production dimension to be considered, where most of the time production companies, or at least the distributor, tells the production company, we are greenlighting you for another 2 seasons, so you can prepare more seasons in the writing, but you still have to design the next 2 seasons as if they are going to be the last. And then when you're broadcasting the last season, they're like, if you want, we can greenlight you for another 2 seasons. So you're like, good, we have more stories that we can tell, so you redesign it so it can last 2 other seasons, but then it's already been advertised as a last season, so then you're obliged to call it part 2, part 3, part 4. But yeah, it's still bothersome. Since I'm not on the creating side of Attack on Titan, it's bothersome to me. But I'm gonna be watching it in any case, so yeah. Alright, so I have to go. Thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in. It was very nice. I'm gonna be seeing you soon. Last question. I'm gonna take the last question because it's you. What is the most famous Japanese animation in France? I think it's Attack on Titan. Sorry. I think it's Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan may be the most famous I think internationally Attack on Titan must be number 1. Oh no, there's Dragon Ball Z also. There's Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Attack on Titan. Yeah, I'd forgotten. Naruto. Maybe Naruto is first. Maybe Naruto is the first, and but obviously there's also Ghibli movies like Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro. Okay. In fact, I don't know. In fact, I don't know. I would want to say Naruto, maybe. I would want to say Naruto. Because Naruto has been there for so long. Dragon Ball Z as well, but Dragon Ball is less known, I think, from the more recent generations. So I have a doubt on something. Okay, no. I stand corrected. The most famous. There's Pokemon also. There's Pokemon series and. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna be seeing you next time. If you're watching this today, know that tomorrow another Demon Slayer reaction is gonna come up. It's gonna be on, as I was saying, it's gonna be on Tuesday morning for people in Japan. I'm gonna be resuming the Attack on Titan reactions as soon as I can, so I can be up to date, avoid spoilers, you know. If you have any questions, please send them to me. I'll do my best to reply to them in another Q&A or in the comment section, you know. Tell your friends about this channel. This is always very nice. And yes, I'm gonna go. Any last words? I'm leaving you time to say bye in the chat, and then I'm just gonna disappear. Yeah. Alright, so bye everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's always very much a pleasure. I am feeling so lucky to have you here, to have this many audience. Thank you very much for the love, thank you so much for the response to Demon Slayer. I wasn't expecting people, so many new viewers to tuning for Demon Slayer. It's a real pleasure, you know, to have such a wonderful community, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye. I didn't cue in the card, so I'm gonna do it again. Bye.